Hi, my name is Gordon Hanks, and we're here to talk about your favorite subject and mine, and that's urine. Over the last 30 years, I've spent a lot of time going on urine damage homes and seen thousands of incidences, and have spent a good part of that time working on solutions. So today we're going to take an opportunity to discuss how to take care of those solutions and see what we can do. My chemist Tom and I have been busy the last few years looking for the best solution. We have come up with some great products that have made a huge difference in our ability to remove nasty urine odors. Today I want to show you products and systems that take it to the next level. 100% guaranteed urine odor removal. When we are done with this short training video, you can be confident that all but extreme cases of urine contamination and odor can be completely neutralized. So I just mentioned extreme cases of urine damage. If you have been at this business long enough, you have seen, as I have, cases where animal waste contamination caused tens of thousands of dollars worth of damage. I had a house not far from my own that had to be torn down because the pet damage was so severe. If urine has penetrated the structure and building materials to such a degree that they have to be removed or demolished, we certainly couldn't guarantee much. Other than those cases, you should be able to handle light up to fairly heavy urine contamination with complete confidence. Now let's jump into urine contamination with both feet. Maybe we should just dip a toe. Anyway, your customer has just given you a chance to practice your new skill as she tells you, "My little Fifi went pee-pee on the carpet last week and it smells a little bit. Can you get that out?" "Absolutely, Mrs. Brown," you answer. "As long as we can find the contamination, we are very successful at removing it." So what instruments do you use to find the urine? Well, number one, the customer. "I caught that naughty Fifi going right over there," she says. What Mrs. Brown doesn't know is that Fifi loves to go over there and over there and over there and in the corner or wherever she wants. She's really not a dumb dog. She just does it when Mrs. Brown isn't looking. So don't be rude, just don't trust Mrs. Brown. The second one is your nose. You can smell urine generally, but to really identify it, I suggest you get down on your hands and knees, sticking your nose into the carpet and just start crawling. Stop! I'm just kidding. That's extra sensory overload at its worst. So let's look at some more realistic solutions. The third way to find urine is stains, and stains on the face fiber may or may not be visible, but if they are, it's a pretty obvious sign of urine contamination. Sometimes there will be no visible stains on the face of the fiber, but the backing of the carpet will almost always show where urine has penetrated. The number 4 system is the black light or the UV light. A good light designed for this purpose will be built so it will fluoresce urine as a greenish to yellowish type of stain. Better lights will work in a partially lit room, but darken the room as much as possible. You can see here that urine stains become very obvious when exposed to the UV light. The fifth way to find urine, and really an essential tool, is the moisture probe. The moisture probe confirms whether or not the UV light has found an untreated spot. Even old urine deposits properly decontaminated will fluoresce throughout the life of the carpet. Urine contains substantial amounts of salt. Salt retains moisture long after the urine is dry and will react to a moisture probe. You will notice that while the surface stain is one size, the probe is indicating that the stain has spread after it penetrated the backing. In most cases, the underlying urine damage will be around twice the size as the surface stain. Let's now look at the chemistry and tools needed for the Bridgepoint Guaranteed Odor Removal System. We will employ 3 different chemical solutions. First is TCU Neutralizer. This concentrated mild acid-based product is a pretreatment for medium and heavier urine deposits. As urine ages, it becomes alkaline in nature and requires an acid-based product to effectively neutralize and dissolve the urine salts. The next product is the heart of the system. New Modifier Extreme treats urine odor with what we call a triple whammy of odor-destroying ingredients. It contains a generous portion of Hydrocide. As Hydrocide comes in contact with odorous molecules, it immediately binds and then neutralizes the odor on a permanent basis. Then, packed with over 200 billion beneficial microorganisms per gallon, Biomodifier Extreme activates in minutes with 4 strains of bacteria producing enzymes to cut through and digest extreme odors, leaving only water and carbon dioxide in their path. These beneficial bacteria will continue to work and duplicate as long as there is a food source, which of course is the urine residue, and there needs to be some moisture. When finished with their work, billions of bacteria will revert to spore form and stand ready should another pet accident occur. Finally, our new extreme deodorizing modifier complex emits a pleasant fragrance while neutralizing any remaining hint of urine odor. The third product, which is often necessary, is urine stain remover. This product will remove stubborn urine stains and will work as an excellent standalone treatment product for light urine damage. The tools needed are the black light and the moisture meter for inspection and discovery, a sprayer, either a hand pump but preferably an electric or battery sprayer, and optionally a Hydroforce injection sprayer. An injection needle assembly comes in the form of the Injectimate, or a more efficient needle assembly on an extension that will fit your sprayer, some white chalk to mark the carpet, and a water claw or Flash Extractor. Now let's get specific and consider treatment for urine contamination. Light contamination will often come from a small dog where the urine is contained mostly in the face fibers with only light penetration into the backing. Having identified the contaminated area, dampen the area, wetting it enough for light penetration into the backing with the urine stain remover. It contains both hydrogen peroxide and hydrocide, both effective odor removal products, as well as effective at stain removal. Allow the urine stain removal to dwell for 10 minutes, then clean and extract as usual. Follow up with a spray of urine stain remover, just enough to dampen the face fibers, and leave it to dry. If any stain remains, it will almost always disappear as the carpet dries. Along with the stain, the odor will also be gone. Medium to heavy deposits of urine are treated with the same chemicals and procedures, the only difference being the amount of product applied and the duration and volume of the flushing required. Having identified the contaminated areas and realizing the area is usually twice as big as shows on the face fibers, start with a mixture of TCU diluted with 8 parts hot water and apply heavily to the affected area. This may be applied with a Hydroforce injection sprayer, pump or electric sprayer, or poured from a pail. Once applied, the solution should be forced through the back and pad. This can be accomplished by standing on a water claw placed on the area. The vacuum would not be attached at this point. In this demonstration, we are using a blue dye solution to demonstrate the effectiveness of our system. As we pull up the carpet on our demo area, notice the residue of blue dye on the subfloor. Our job is to neutralize and remove as much of this urine as possible before applying the Biomodifier Extreme. In this picture, actual urine was turned into salts on the floor. If we can dissolve and remove most of it, we can guarantee full odor removal. At this point, it is important to point out that certain subfloors may not be water resistant and could possibly swell with the introduction of too much water. Also, too much water could seep through and affect the basement ceiling. Control the amount of solution you apply and make sure you are not the cause of secondary damage. It is only necessary to let the TCU solution dwell for 3 to 5 minutes. At this stage, you are now going to extract and flush. Feel free to use hot water for the flushing. Heating up the pad and subsurface will help the beneficial microorganisms introduced in the next step activate quicker. As illustrated here, put an open-end quick connect on your hose. I also like to attach a ball valve to control the water flow. The size and intensity of the contamination will determine how much flushing is necessary. After a few times around the water claw, we've done enough flushing to remove the dye from the subfloor. There it is, a little flushing, and then it's gone. Watch for the color of the water being extracted. It will go from a yellowish brown to foam to clear. Once the water that is being extracted is clear, then you're ready to go to the next step. Now that we've removed the bulk of the urine, we put our main weapon to work, Biomodifier Extreme. In most cases, you will use this product without dilution. There's still enough organic matter in the carpet and pad, as well as water, to fully activate the microorganisms. The warmth left over from the flushing will also help with the activation. The Biomodifier Extreme can be sprayed on or injected. Your choice may be dictated by how large the area of contamination. If the area is just a few square feet, then the injection method is usually best. It puts the modifier directly to the areas that need it. However, if you are processing a larger area, the Biomodifier Extreme may be diluted through a Hydroforce injection sprayer with the metering tip removed. That will dilute it at 1:4. Use of hot water through the Hydroforce for a short duration will actually help activate the bacteria and get them to produce enzymes even faster. If you spray from the surface, apply enough Biomodifier Extreme to penetrate into the pad, but not soak it. Stand on the water claw with the vacuum unattached to press the solution through the carpet and into the backing. The bacteria will double in count every 20 minutes under ideal conditions, and they will find their way to the contamination as long as you get the product in the general area. Finally, draw a light wand over the area once to remove the surface moisture and aid in drying. Do not rinse. If urine stain is still present, take undiluted urine stain remover and mist it on the fibers to lightly dampen them. Do not over-apply because you do not want the urine stain remover penetrating the backing and interrupting the microorganism process in place with the Biomodifier Extreme. Please understand and help your customer understand that this is a process that, while knocking down the majority of the odor immediately, can continue to work for a number of hours, even days. Judgment of the final results should not be made until the carpet and pad are dry. Urine odor removal can be very lucrative. Armed with the right tools, chemistry, and knowledge, you can be very successful at removing those stubborn odors. Good luck to you. Have fun and hold on tight.